Alright, once again, right? First and foremost, before we move any further, we'd like to say all praises to the Most High Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, right? Ba'asham HaKakodash, right? Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, right? Who labor and who teach the word well, right? Peace and salutation to the brothers, all the Akim, all the members of the hopeful elect across the four corners of the earth, who fight in the fight and who ain't giving up in spite of what is to come, right? In spite of the tribulation, what is to come, right? Now, I'm going to do this video as a response to what the elder Apostle Gaba, a video that I watched last night, because people seem to think spiritual thing is all only about blessing and peace and love, but it had the better side. Yeah, the blessing will come after, but you have to endure the affliction before the blessing come, right? And all these false prophets and all these other Israelite groups and them only seem to be stressing on the niceness, right? And not opening up the people's eyes to what destruction and great bitterness it have to come before you enter the blessing, right? So, hey, this is what will happen, right? The first scripture I'm gonna read is from the book of Acts chapter 12, right? Because the same thing that they had to do to the apostles and them back then, the same thing they're gonna look to do to the men, right? To the prophets now, right? They're going to be no different, right? And if the Most High put it in your portion to be one of those men who want to endure those afflictions, hey, you don't have a choice, right? And this is what's going on, right? Because we talking against the king, and in them days Herod was the king, right? In the book of Acts here, and these apostles must talking out against the wickedness, right? And preaching against the system, because these all the men of the Most High does do, all the prophets does do. Speak against the wickedness, speak against great kings that pursuing to the, I believe it's Ezekiel or Jeremiah, if I'm mad, or you know, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, or Isaiah, one out of them. So like, yeah, I can't remember right now, right? But the scriptures say they shall prophesy against great kings and great cities. So this is what prophets does do. Prophesy against the wicked kingdom and the wicked kings that rule in the face of the earth. Not prophesied peace and prosperity, right? So this is something that, hey, really and truly, those who want to get it alone go get it. And the scripture going on to read here in Acts chapter 12. Now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand, right, to vex certain of the church, right? And he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. So hey, this is when the apostles and them started to suffer affliction, suffer death, right? And in the heights of the moment, some of us will have to go through this, right? And you better hope that the Most High send that spirit on them, because you could practice, you could do what you want, you could never fully ready yourself for this trouble that it has to come, that Esau going and bring down on you, which is the king, Herod and them in the reincarnation, right? And because he saw it pleasing, because he saw it pleased the Jews, right, he proceeded further to take Peter also. So yeah, these wicked Jews, which was the 2/3 back then, and that was the Israelites, them was members of the 2/3, right? These wicked Jews, it pleased them when they killed James. So you see that he proceeded, right? So these 2/3 joined together with all Esau and them would like to see nothing better than these men who always talking about the system and Esau and all these things. They wouldn't like to see that we get shut up, right? But it's all in the hand of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. Then were the days of the unleavened bread, right? And this is hey, your bread go really be short, right? And it go get sticky. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison, right? And delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers, and kept him. Indeed, after Easter, they bring him forth to the people, But Peter therefore was kept in prison. And at the point they want to throw you in prison because and who put you in prison? The king. Right? And the article where the apostle was reading was called Project Megiddo. Right? And what it is they was reading out on the statement, right? It was a gathering of information that they got. And the word basically mean the information that they got over a period of time. Right? So it's a long time they're watching the elders and apostles and them, and the apostle go back to say when after 9/11 when it is they got arrested because they thought hey them had something to do with it. Alright, so this is all how it going and play out. And even they and all, right? Even they within the self, right? Couldn't strengthen the self as the Musa Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai who strengthened them. Right? So that why now he said many men follow the truth after, because when men feel when they keep preaching, right, that is only prosperity, and he ain't even giving a man a heads up as to the terrors that it have to come. When these things happen, men gonna get bugged out. You understand? And all this is how the Most High will sift it all out. Right? I like to go to a scripture in the book of Matthew chapter 10. Right? And Matthew chapter 10 verse 39 says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life shall find it. And this is what go on. Right? All these people and them who follow the truth back then with the apostles and them. And even now when they start to see this hardship coming forward, they go and study by way, what going to go on with my life, what going to go on with my family, hey, the Most High go provide, the Most High go pull you through, you can't study that. You have to be focused in the word of the Most High. That way you have to be diligent so the Most High will find favor in you. Right? To send that spirit of endurance, not to make you give in. Right? So that you're going to endure this time that is to come, because the FBI mark out the list according to the apostle Gaba. Right? The FBI mark out the list, and it'll want to be holding in the middle of the list is the Black Hebrew Israelite, which they just call us. The potential threats that who they will have to look towards when World War III start. The Sutuk finally got a reason to bring in the one world order. So say, hey, this is more or less reason why stage these fake attacks, just like 9/11, right? Stage up these fake attack, cause all this great destruction, and say, hey, this is why we need to bring in the one world order, because hey, we can't have this going on. And this is what's going to be the time of Jacob trouble. Only the Most High Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai can strengthen you against this time of Jacob trouble. Right? I go into the book of James. Okay? The book of James. Right? And this is the scripture I like. Right? My brethren, James chapter 1 verse 2. My brethren, count it with all joy when you fall into diverse temptation, knowing that the tiring of your faith worketh patience. Right? Right? I jumping down to verse 5. If any man lack wisdom, let him ask of God that giveth to all men liberally. Right? And not unbridled, not. And it shall be given unto him. But let him ask in faith, not wavering, because this thing is all about faith. And this is times where your faith go really be tested. Right? Your faith go really be tested here right now. Right? And if you have faith, as I jump down to verse 2, James chapter 2 verse 18, right? Verse 17, I mean. So even faith, if it had not works, is dead. So you can't say, boy, when you hear in the start of God, they get frightened and they stop doing the works, because hey, if you stop doing the works, you lost faith. You start to get frightened. Right? And hey, the scripture that said there is no fear in perfect love, but perfect love driveth away all fear. Right? So if you love the Most High, you know that He will drive away that fear from your heart, and He will protect you. Right? I like to go to the book of Ephesians. Right? Ephesians chapter 6. Right? Verse 10, and this is what it was all about here. You had to pray for this to happen. Right? Finally, my brethren, be strong in the faith of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, right? And in the power of his might. So you have to be strong and pray and keep praying that the Most High keep you within that strength. Keep you within that you know, that strength. That you ain't waver. Right? And put on the whole armor of your power, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Right? So without putting on this armor, they wouldn't be able to stand in this time. Right? They will not be able to face and withstand what is to come. Because we read and we hear the Allah Apostle bring out what is the Project Megiddo is about.